Hey, welcome to Top Model Talk Show with your girl, Miss Anisha, baby. And today I am bringing it back straight from the Modeling Bootcamp Handbook. And let's see what we're going to talk about today. Okay. One thing I guess we could talk about is the different people that are involved in booking a model. I'm not sure how many of you models or aspiring models have looked into other avenues outside of just being a model in the industry. But did you know that there was an art buyer? There's a creative director, okay? You also have your agent, and then you have your bookers inside the agent. So there's a lot of different people that go into booking talent. And one of the people I want to talk about today is like your art buyer, all right? This is the person that seeks the photographer design center, the ad agency. There you go. You also have an ad agency that's included in that. They assist or are responsible for building the budgets. So they talk to the clients about the budgets and things of that nature, who they're going to hire, how much they're going to pay them, and together for projects before the models are even booked. So these are things that happen prior to a model even being called for an audition or booked for an actual job. The other person is the creative director. They actually cast you, okay? Sometimes that's their job. They cast the talent, okay? And they guide the makeup artist. So this is the person that's behind the scene of all the creativity of the model that's being chosen, what the makeup artist and hair people are supposed to do, and even the props and the sets sometimes, all right? So this is the person that follows the vision for the client, and that's their job, is to make sure it's actually followed through once the talent gets on set and gets hired. So just know there's a lot of other people prior to you getting booked as a model. So we have to take this seriously. We have to take this as a business. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry. So a lot of money is being spent, okay? So you cannot come to a job, not acting like it's no big deal, because it is. When a client hires you through your agency, that's a pretty big deal. That means that they feel that you are the right person to represent their brand. And you have to feel confident in that and do your part. And so that's my job as a top model coach. My job is really to coach models to do their part on the professional level. But sometimes we don't always know what goes on prior to booking us, right? So, the other thing too is, depending on what the client is booking you for, or the creative director has envisioned, we have to be prepared. So sometimes you're asked to bring different things. And a lot of times models don't know what to bring because they don't understand their client. Whenever you're booked, make sure to go and do your research. Know what that client's image is, their brand, what type of talent they've used in the past, and try to be a simulation, but still be yourself, okay? But try to be a simulation of that, because they already have their idea of what they like to put out there for their target audience. Does that make sense? So there's a couple other people that are also involved. When we talk about our agency, a lot of us don't understand that the agency is actually a company. It's the actual building typically that you are walking into. And then the booker or your agent, they're the individuals that actually hire you and book you for the jobs. They're the ones that's communicating in between. They're like your mediator, all right? They're in between you and the client. And models, don't ever reach out to the client on your own behind your agent's back. That is a big no-no, all right? So then on top of that, you have other people that I mentioned. The makeup artist, you have a hairstylist, you have a stylist, that's the person that gets the clothes together. Then you also have the photographer, sometimes a videographer that may be filming behind the scenes. So there is a lot that goes on into production. Models, we have to understand this. We have to understand that sometimes we are the last person to be hired or booked for the production to happen, okay? So although our job is very important, there's a lot of time and money being spent prior to us showing up on set, okay? So again, do your research and know what else goes on behind the scenes before you even come on set, or before you even come on the scene, okay? Thank you. I hope you learned something new today. And if you did, please like my channel and subscribe. And I'll see you next week on Top Model Talk Show.